Hello everybody, and welcome to our webinar. So I'm here today with you and with Samir to talk
Hello.
about. Yes, can you hear me, Samir?
Yes.
Okay, so welcome to everybody to this webinar, and let's start this session. Today I'm here with Samir to talk with you about ASIC for in vitro diagnosis. And the objective of this webinar will be to see how this ASIC can bring a differentiation in vitro diagnosis. So I'm Johan, and I work for Presto as a key account manager. I'm based in south of France, and I'm here with Samir. Hello, Samir.
Hello, Johan. Um, I'm Samir Ismail, and I'm an ASIC analog designer based in Denmark, working mainly on sensor interfaces, analog sensor interfaces. Yes.
Good. Thank you for your presentation, Samir. So
Okay.
today, this session will be 45 minutes, including Q&A session. We want to keep it the most interactive as possible. So as you can see in the interface of this webinar, there is a question box. You can then post any kind of question that you have, and we will answer this question at the end of the session. Of course, if you want to be contacted later by our team, or if you have more specific question, or if we don't have enough time because we have too much question, we will go back to you later and continue discussion with you. And as I said, we want to make this session the most interactive as possible. So that's why we have also put two poll session in the webinar, so you will have the opportunity to express yourself and to answer some question, and we will argue, discuss about this answer. Okay, good. So let's start with this webinar. Today, our agenda, we will have, let's say, three topics. We will talk about the benefits of ASICs for in vitro diagnosis. We will see some key consideration for ASIC design in portable and vitro diagnostic. And then let's talk about ASIC applications in healthcare monitoring. Okay. So that will be the three main topic. As you see, 45 minutes, it will be straight to the point. And then we will have a Q&A session. Okay, before to start with the technical, and before to let Samir speak, I will take time and take the opportunity to make you a brief presentation about Presto. So I have a couple slides here just to give you some key information about us. So Presto it's a company expert in ASIC, in the ASIC world, in the semiconductor services. We are covering from ASIC design to the production. If you have to keep some key elements about us, so we are a company with 35 years of experience in ASIC design. So we are making ASICs since a long time. The team is quite big, 160 people. We have 10 locations around the world. We have 5 test floors, so that's something important. We have in production 100 ASIC project, so that's a great achievement. 1,000 customer served and 1 billion units produced. And today, if you want to keep a numbers about Presto, we are shipping 50 million units per year. So we are making production. That's what we do. And our mission, our pillar, our verticals, the business that we are addressing, let's say that there is 4 business that we are covering: industry, automotive, communication, and of course medical. That's why we are here today. So that's the 4 pillar where we are working. And let's talk about medical. So we have a long experience in this domain, and we are making ASIC for medical devices since a long time, for wearable like hearing aids or any kind of patches, sensor patches, for patient monitoring. So we will talk about it today, patient monitoring and diagnostic with the in vitro diagnostic. So that will be the main focus today of this presentation, and medical imaging. Okay, let's talk about ASIC and how ASIC can bring you differentiation in your domain. And today, if we have to talk about the medical challenge that the medical medical field is currently facing, the first one that I have in mind, it's about the real world data. Of course, everybody is aware for drugs, for any drugs or any medical device, to get access to the market, you have to pass through clinical trial. But today, that's not enough, and that's not the only thing that we want to do. We want to go further. We want to track the medical device in the time. We want to track drugs in the time and want to monitor how the patient are using and experimenting this medical device. And that's why we need this real world data. The real world data is collecting, gathering information about the device in use and collecting more parameters. So the idea is just to collect data from the patient during all the lifetime of the product. So that's a really big challenge today. There is a more and more solution appearing on the market just to improve this, collect the data. So that's a big challenge today. And that's something where the ASIC can solve and bring differentiation. Another topic, it's still about data. And here, I think everybody has been hearing about AI applied to the medical field. And of course, today we want to bring new services in the medical thanks to this AI. But today, to get the most efficient, the best performance of this AI, you need to have access to dataset, and building dataset to train the AI algorithm. To build this data set, it's something really complex because we are talking about medical data. It's mostly confidential, difficult to gather. And then today, having an ASIC enabling this data collecting, it's something really important and something that can bring you differentiation. So here again, ASIC can be a solution for you to bring you differentiation in this data set building. Of course, we have been talking data, and then if you want to handle data, you have to protect this data. And we are talking about the medical data. So then the cybersecurity is something really important in this field. So here again, ASIC can be a solution to protect and bring a strong protection about your data and to ensure a very good security on your data. So here again, another challenge that ASIC can take on. And then the last one I want to mention today, it's about telemedicine. And then here, the point is that today with the 5G solution, 5G communication means, we are enabling this new way to make medicine, to make remote monitoring, to make home rehabilitation, to avoid people to come to the hospital. Today, thanks to this new way of communication, you will be able to make more remote operation. So that's something really interesting. And here again, ASIC can be a solution to enable this remote medicine. Okay, so here a few words about some challenge that we are facing in the medical and how ASIC can solve it. But now let's talk about some solution in general that ASIC can solve. The differentiation bring by ASIC. Of course, here you have a slide with 9 different key points to keep in mind. If I have to select few of them, I would say integration. So the reduction of size, it's something really maybe the most important argument to explain why we need to move to an ASIC, because ASIC will help you to reduce the size. That's something real and something important. The second thing, it's about the performance. Of course, you can increase your performance thanks to an ASIC. You can also have a better power efficiency. So if I have to keep 3, I will keep these three: reduction of size, performance, and power efficiency. Okay, but of course, ASIC can help you to increase margin. It will be also a solution to have to build your IP, reliability, to also protect your supply chain, because you won't anymore depend of some partnership or any provider of semiconductor. You will be your own semiconductor provider. And then we have already mentioned it, security, and also to customize this component to your own application. So at the really beginning of this webinar, I've been saying that we want to make it this session interactive. So here, the first question for you. So what are for you the biggest difficulties to face before starting an ASIC? So when you think about working on new project, on new ASIC project, what is for you the biggest challenge? Is it too expensive for you when you think about ASIC? It's something expensive, or ASIC it's something risky for you, or ASIC it's too long to develop, or ASIC, what is this? So please do not hesitate to fill some your answer here and select. You can select a various answer and then submit your vote. And we will discuss this poll all together with Samir right after. So that was my short introduction. I tried to make it shorter as possible. So now let's talk about ASIC with Samir. So Samir, the floor is
Yes.
yours. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I can see that that almost all votes has been given, and it's very clear that most votes go on ASIC is too expensive. That's number one, and then on the second is that development costs takes too long time, and this is very understandable. And I think the votes here really represents the general opinion about the concerns that customers have. And I think in this presentation we will see how the development cost and the development time can be met, and how they can be decreased. So I clearly acknowledge the concerns, and we will try to describe how we can handle this. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
let's see some your presentation, and let's see how we can solve this challenge of expensive ASIC or too long to develop ASIC. So I think you have good answer to bring here to the people.